You know that feeling, right? You're scrolling, you see a company you absolutely love. Maybe it's your phone, your favorite sneakers, whatever. And you think, man, I'd love to own a piece of that. And then you see the stock price, and your heart just sinks. It feels totally, completely out of reach.
And it brings up this huge question. When you see a single share of some company costs like $1,200, it's so easy to think that investing is a game that's, just not for you, that it's reserved for people with thousands of dollars just lying around. It's a really stressful thought, and honestly, it stops so many of us before we even start.
And that feeling, well, it creates this massive myth. This belief that feels like a hard fact, a giant wall that convinces people that the whole world of investing just isn't built for them, that you've got to save up this huge pile of cash just to get a seat at the table.
Yeah, no, that is just flat out wrong.
Okay, let's dive into this, because the reality is so much easier, so much more accessible than you think. We're talking about a world where you can become a part owner of those exact same giant companies for less than you paid for your coffee this morning. This right here, this is your ticket in, $5. And that's not some fee. It's not a down payment. That is the actual amount of money you can use to start owning a piece of the world's biggest, most exciting companies. So, how in the world is that possible, right? How does $5 get you a piece of a stock that costs over $1,000? It all comes down to this one super powerful idea that completely changes the rules of the game. It's called a fractional share. And this is the whole secret, right here, the fractional share. What this does is it totally flips how you think about investing. You stop thinking, oh, I need to save up for one whole share, and you start asking, how many dollars do I feel like investing today? You're not buying shares anymore, you're buying in dollars. All right, so let's get practical. Enough theory. I'm going to walk you through exactly how you can use this little secret to become an investor. I mean, literally, in the next 60 seconds. It's just 4 super simple steps. It's really this fast. You pop open your brokerage app, you search for literally any company you like, and then, and this is the magic part, you find the button to switch your order type from shares to dollars. You type in 5, you hit confirm, and that's it. You're done. I mean, that's the whole ball game. That little toggle, that tiny switch on your screen that lets you buy in dollars instead of shares, that's what makes all of this possible. It's the action that takes you from being a spectator, someone priced out by a high stock price, to being an active player who is in total control.
And what this does is it causes this huge mental shift. The old way of thinking was like hitting a brick wall. This new way, it's a wide open door. You're no longer blocked by how much a company's stock costs. You're empowered by your own budget, whatever that happens to be.
And just like that, with that simple 4-step process, with that little shift in how you think about it, something really fundamental has changed. That intimidating world of investing isn't somewhere out there anymore. You're in. So, what did that $5 actually get you? Well, you didn't buy a whole share. You bought a tiny piece of one. Maybe it's 0.0004 of a share. But here's the thing, it's yours. That makes you a real official part owner. And that, my friend, officially makes you an investor. So just let that sink in for a second. You just invested on your own terms. You didn't need a fortune. You are an investor.
So I'll just leave you with this one thought. Now that you know that huge barrier to entry was just a myth, now that you know the door's wide open for you to own a little slice of any company you admire, what are you going to choose first? Thanks for joining this explainer.